Black is not the colour of our skin. We are the richest shades of the human race. Part 2. Reference to black and white skin in the Bible. Growing up, I've always heard how King Solomon was a black man, and the scripture that was normally used is taken from Songs of Solomon 1, verse 5. I am black but comely. Comely in other translations signifies beauty. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. But in verse 6, look not upon me, because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me keeper of the vineyards. Is it not clear from verse 6 that Solomon was complaining about the colour of his skin caused by sun exposure? In most cases, the 6th verse is never mentioned when we talk about King Solomon and his black skin. Lamentations 4, 7, 8. Her princes were purer than snow, whiter than milk, personality. Their bodies, skin, were more ruddy than coral. The beauty of their form was like sapphire, in Hebrew, description of a healthy body. Now, their face is blacker than soot. They are not recognized in the streets. Their skin has shriveled on their bones. It has become as dry as wood. Here, 3 skin colors are mentioned: coral, which is pink and would suggest the complexion we interpret as white people; ruddy, which is a darker and more oriental looking complexion, like Latinos, Asian, lighter skinned Caribbean and African people. Now their face is blacker than soot. Their skin has shriveled on their bones. Here again, black is mentioned as a skin condition. White skin in the Bible was also used when describing a skin condition. Exodus 4, verse 6, Then the Lord said to Moses, Now put your hand inside your cloak. So Moses put his hand inside his cloak, and when he took it out again, his hand was white as snow, with a severe skin disease. Leviticus 13:4, And if the bright spot be white in the skin of his flesh, and the appearance thereof be not deeper than the skin, and the hair thereof be not turned white, then the priest so shut him away that hath the plague 7 days. White skin in the Bible was only associated with leprosy, a disease of the skin that was known to be infectious and the persons unclean. We are all people of colour. We see beautiful brown-skinned women and men going to extreme measures to bleach their skin to create a lighter complexion. We have allowed the named colour of our skin to destroy us as a people. Some cultured people are conditioned to believe with lighter skin they will be accepted. This belief is predominant amongst the African and Caribbean cultures, a slavery mentality that has come down through the ages. Have we become lower than the animals we feed? Animals of the same kind come in different shapes, sizes, and colours, and we don't see them fighting. They embrace each other as one. Now with social media, we see unusual events with birds playing with cats, cats resting on dogs, cats playing with mice, and many more harmonious events. When we look at nature, so attractive with the various kinds of colours, our plants, trees and flowers grow together without choking each other. Even the very food we eat, we relish the colours and flavours on our plate. We look at the rainbow and gaze in amazement of how beautiful it is, but we allow the named colour of our skin to define us. It doesn't make sense. We have created application forms describing ethnic origins as white, black, Asian, Chinese, and other. Should we not have colours for all humankind? Why doesn't this system colour code the Asian and Chinese? To be fair, should not the form read European, Asian, African, Caribbean, Chinese, and other? This might be too broad for an accurate measurement of society, but the truth is, my face is not the colour of my shoes, and my so-called white friends and family are not the colour of my sheets and pillowcases. They are coral, pink. That makes them people of colour too. I am brown-skinned, a darker shade of ruddy. That is my reality. I admit I don't have the answers, but to say we can and have shaped the world to fit our concepts and values, and whatever we perceive, we can change. John 8:32 states, "Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." When I resumed friendship on Facebook with my primary school friend, DB, who is coral in complexion, so-called white, I was excited as I remembered us as little 8-year-old girls travelling to school together and sharing our deepest thoughts. I was amazed when she reminded me of a conversation we had over 40 years ago. She said, "Yvonne, I never forgot you asking me, why do people say I'm black? I'm not black, I'm brown." Goose pimples filled my arms because I never thought my feelings on this subject were so deeply rooted. Today, when people ask me how I would describe myself, I am proud, bold, and confident in saying I am a woman of colour. Black only feature as part of my name. The last scripture I would like to leave with you are the words of King Solomon, the king who was recognized to be the wisest king who successfully ruled Israel for 40 years in peace. In Ecclesiastes 3:1 and 7, he states, "There is an appointed time for everything, and there is a time for every event under heaven, a time to tear apart and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak." It is time to speak and have real unity among all cultures, because in truth, we are one human race. 'Cause I'm taking it.